In the shadowy hollows of Blackroot Forest, where the sunlight rarely reached and the moss grew thick as carpet, there lived a strange kind of fairy. These were not the glittering, wing-beating sprites told in nursery rhymes, no. These were the bone harvesters. They were small, barely a foot tall, with skin like lichen, and eyes as pale as frost. Their wings resembled brittle autumn leaves, dry and whispering when they flew. They did not sip nectar, or flit from flower to flower. They crept, they waited, and when night fell, they worked. The harvesters had one sacred rule: only the dead may give. Each night, they moved quietly through battlefields, graveyards, and forgotten ruins, where time had worn flesh from bone. They prized femurs for flutes, rib bones for harp frames, and skulls were their lanterns. They packed their bone carts, woven from spider silk and mouse sinew, and dragged them under moonlight, singing their soft and terrible lullabies. One evening, under a bloated orange moon, a fresh body lay on the forest's edge at night, silver armor dented, sword fallen from his grip. His blood still steamed. The harvesters circled, chittering with unease. "He is not yet cold," whispered Elder Thistle, her back crooked from centuries of scavenging. "But the war comes closer. We cannot wait long." Still, they obeyed the rule. They hid and watched. For 3 nights, they circled the corpse as the wolves howled, and the ravens picked at flesh. And then, on the 4th night, when no breath stirred his lips, and the rot had bloomed beneath his armor, they descended. They worked with reverence, cleaning each bone with tiny scrapers carved from beetle horn. They sang to the corpse as they took his shin bones for drums, his collarbones for wind chimes. From his spine, they shaped the curved handle of a ceremonial blade. They left the heart untouched, they always did. But this time, something stirred. The night spirit, half tethered and half freed, hovered above, watching them dismantle the frame he once called home. He should have raged, should have scattered them like dry leaves. Yet, their music was beautiful. As they finished and lit their skull lanterns, their song rose like wine through reeds. The night spirit felt a strange peace, not in what was taken, but in how it was used. His bones would not rot forgotten in the mud. They would sing in the forest forever. And so, he followed them, drifting gently through the trees, glowing faintly like mist in moonlight. From that night on, the fairies did not just harvest the dead, they honored them. And the dead, many were glad to be remembered not in tunes, but in song.